The Climate and Environment Sciences degree at Liverpool John Moores is one of the only degrees in the UK that focuses specifically on the problem of climate change. So we cover everything from the underlying science of climate change, looking also at the impacts of climate change on human societies, on ecology and biodiversity and on natural environment, but also looking at how can we respond to climate change, and really those kinds of policy questions, which is what we're going to need if we're going to actually deal with this problem in the future. So research-led teaching is a really big part of what we do. We also have a big focus on active learning. So our teaching style isn't just sitting down in a classroom and being lectured at. We really try and get students involved in doing activities, taking part in discussions, doing problem-solving activities, using software like geographical information systems and online mapping tools, and also getting out into the field and doing field work, collecting data.
I love the hands-on experience that you get. So we do a lot of practicals, a lot of field work, which would in turn help me later on in careers.
Teaching support's brilliant as well. The lectures are so free to speak to, and I think it's very easy, very accessible and enjoyable as well to speak to them.
We have a variety of facilities. We obviously have the GIS labs, which we're very proud about. We also have a drone lab that's very specific. My Flood Resilience Hub is also in that drone lab as well, so there's some specific equipment there to use for augmented reality mapping, and some of the students have the opportunity, if they want to, especially when they're looking at third year or perhaps in the Masters, that they can use that. So there's a lot of different facilities here at LGMU that can cater for the different needs of the students and the courses.
I think because it's got a broad range of subjects, so we're not just focusing on one thing in particular, it gives you the chance to experience different parts of the industry to give you an idea of sort of what you might want to move on to, and you're learning things to do with what you're actually going to be doing in the workplace in industry. So a lot of the assignments are linked to real world practical sort of subjects that you can then sort of implement, and you can talk about that in interviews for jobs as well.
In all years of the degree, the students will be able to go on some field trips. At the beginning of the third year of the degree, the students are able to go to Iceland for about 10 days, and they go out there, they have an amazing experience, and they do some work as well looking at climate change in the context of Iceland.
Well, I first heard about LGMU through a UCAS fair, and it was just one of the most interactive stalls, one of the kindest people, and then just all of the open days and everything that I heard from other people was just really positive.
The course can lead to a range of different careers, so that could include working for government, both at local and national level. So that would involve designing and implementing policies to deal with climate change, working with environmental regulations. Could involve going into research and environmental consultancy. Could involve going into future teaching careers. So that could be teaching in schools, but could also be teaching at university. And it could also involve working in industry as well. For example, in sectors like renewable energy and low carbon transportation.
Liverpool itself is a really fun city. There's loads of different things you can do. You know, you've got your nightlife, but you've also got loads of museums and art galleries.
The people are really friendly. I've met a lot of wonderful people. They have great facilities, a lot of fun clubs to join, and everything's near the central, so it's great if you're living in student accommodations because it's just walking distance to everywhere.
So as staff, some of us are involved with the university's climate change strategy, so helping them to design a strategy, thinking about what sorts of policies can we put in place as a university to help us reduce our own carbon footprint and become carbon neutral by 2035. And that kind of ethos, that's embedded right down into what we do and how we teach as well.